Hi folk, this is just a follow-up to my original video regarding using the new Google Enterprise Windows Management solution that's recently gone into beta. It's a full-on mobile device management solution for Windows, so this is effectively a competitor to Microsoft's own Intune, which runs off the back of Azure AD, whereas this runs off the back of G Suite. And I've got as far as potentially deploying this to real users. Now this is a virtual machine, and this is logged in as the local administrator account, just because I've been playing around with it. And the way I've sort of devised this, there's some policies I've set on the Google Admin Console, and there is software that I've deployed, or I've set up a sort of a deployment script. So when you install Windows on a computer, you just plug in a memory stick and run a script, and all the software you want deploys off that memory stick. Now when I do this with Intune, what happens is it pulls most of the applications, there's not all of them, most of the applications from the cloud. The issue with that is on some skill sites it's really slow. Even if you do some caching and stuff, it's really slow, or it can be, to pull off all the applications, whereas this is a much quicker way of doing it. You could have also have a sort of local imaging solution, but we're very much on a sort of a cloud focused approach here, so and we don't deploy Windows that often in these places, so it's not really that necessary. But anyways, this is a virtual box, so normally I have this as a memory stick, but this is just a folder that's come from my local computer, so I've just used VirtualBox's shared folder thing to do this. And basically it's just a folder with a load of software in and a few extra things. So it's got a couple of registry keys which I put in, and this one here is a registry key that you put in to control which G Suite users can actually sign in. So at the moment I've got Lark Rise, River Learning Trust, Wheatley Park, Garsington, New Marsden Primary School and Charlbury can sign into this computer, but if you tried with a private Gmail account it would fail. It would tell you you're not allowed to sign in. So there's a you can deploy that via a script. Likewise, I deploy the start menu, which is here, by a script. You can actually do that in the Google Admin Console as well. And there's a number of other applications here which I deploy. Office 2019 is the only one that is downloaded from the cloud when you deploy it, and that does take a while still, but that's it. Everything else just sort of installs and sets itself up. These two here are print deploy clients, so if you've got Papercut you can deploy printers to your devices using print deploy, and you get a download for each site with the IP address of the server as part of the name. But that one is basically the script that just installs all these pieces of software, puts in the necessary registry keys, and away it goes, really. So what does it actually look like from the point of view of an end user? Now this one's had a number of people sign into it, so I'll just sign out. And that wallpaper is pushed via a policy in the Google Admin Console to a Windows PC, which is quite cool. I push things like desktop wallpapers and Wi-Fi policies and stuff like that. Also things like update policies are all there. And you can see that I've got this local administrator account, but I've got a couple of other accounts that I've been signing into. These are on different G Suite accounts, different domains on our organization, or you can click on add a work account, click on there and sign in with an entirely new account. But But if I jump in as, I don't know, test student here, once you've signed in, you need to put in your Google password. That's the Google password for this student, and picks up the start menu settings. And I've already been in on this account, but the nice thing about this is that the users automatically signed in with their Google account, and if they then subsequently go into FileStream, I don't know if I've set up FileStream on here. No, I haven't. That's good. Just click on sign in with your browser. And then you got FileStream. And at no point after initially signing into the computer have I had to put in my G Suite credentials once on this PC. So that's really quite cool, I think. And from an end user's point of view, now these are not going to be heavily multi-user devices at the moment, because one of the issues that I can see, if they were, these are generally going to be laptops issued to teachers, for example, or desktops which are used by maybe one or two people, is that you get a long list of names being in here. And I think it's because of the way this works here. Now you can actually disable this with local group policy, or indeed with a policy in the admin console, but then you don't get the add work account thing down here, and you have to sign in with another. It gets messy, the sign-in screen, so there's perhaps a little bit of work that needs to be done there. But broadly speaking, I'm quite impressed. And the other thing I've been impressed with is when I've had a question, and I've emailed the people who are working on this, then they get back to me like in minutes often, saying here's how you apply this particular policy. Oh, this is how to set this up. Oh, you've noticed this isn't working particularly well. Yep, okay, that's on the roadmap to fix. So it's quite nice having a sort of hotline to the people who are actually developing this as a product, whereas with things like Microsoft that can be a bit more difficult. But anyways, as I said, seems to do what it says on the tin, and you do need enterprise licenses. However, as far as I can see, you only need enterprise licenses by the people who enroll the device, and so that's what I've done. So this account here is an account that is there to enroll devices for this particular skill. And so you don't need an enterprise license for every single person, so actually it's not particularly expensive to do. Obviously you need Windows licenses, if you're deploying Office you need Office licenses, but in terms of anything above that it's not particularly expensive to do this. Anyways, hopefully you found that enlightening, and if you have any comments then do let me know.